Hello and welcome to the latest betting preview of the upcoming season right here on bettingpro.com. Well folks, the next club we're going to take a look at and have a look at all their odds for the 2012-2013 season is Arsenal. We're going to have a look at them, the possibilities of winning the Premier League, the Champions League, the domestic cups, a few of the top goal scorer specials that we've had a look at, as well as some other specials that some of the Gunners fans might be interested in. Well, of course, we can't really start to speak about Arsenal without talking about their talisman, their Dutchman, Robin Van Persie, who I suppose shocked many of the Arsenal fans by deciding he will no longer continue his contract with Arsenal. So much of the odds we're going to speak of today are very much subject to fluctuation should the Flying Dutchman decide to leave the Emirates before the start of the Premier League. But speaking of the Premier League, let's start there. Arsenal, they're currently 12 to 1 to win the Premier League with Ladbrokes. That's top price. They're 9s and 10s with some firms, but Ladbrokes have gone top price 12 to 1 for them to win the Premier League. Of course, much again, as we mentioned, will depend on the future Robin Van Persie. If he was to leave, expect this price to drift out to 14s or 16s. So at the minute, we're expecting Arsenal to go off 12 to 1. 12 to 1, they're fourth favourites behind the two Manchester clubs and Chelsea to win the Premier League. For Champions League, again, they're a big price for this on Arsenal. They've never won the European Cup in their history. They're as big as 28 to 1 with Bet365 for them this year to win their first ever European Cup title, which again, I'm going to stay well clear of that one. I can't see them. There's so many fantastic teams ahead of them. Not only the two Manchester clubs, not only Chelsea, but also the likes of the La Liga giants, Real Madrid and Barcelona. So maybe the more domestic cups where Arsenal can finally win that silverware that the Gunners fans are craving. Having a look at the FA Cup, they're currently best price with Bet365 again. They're 9 to 1 to win the FA Cup. They haven't won it since 2005, since that penalty shootout win over Manchester United. So they're 9 to 1 for that. And they're also the same price, 9 to 1 with Boylesports. That's top price for them to win the League Cup. So again, going on to some of their top goal scorer market, once again that man pops up again, Robin Van Persie. If you do fancy him to stay, we're speaking of Premier League top goal scorer here for an Arsenal striker. He's currently 11 to 1. He's joint third favourite in the market to be the top Premier League striker. So top goal scorer. Again, he was the winner last year, a clear winner with 30 goals. He's currently best price of 11 to 1 with BetVictor. Of the other Arsenal strikers, we're going to speak of the three new transfer players that they brought in. Three fantastic, exciting signings for Arsenal. We've got the first German international of Lucas Podolski. Of course, such an experienced man, over 100 caps for his country. He's as big as 40 to 1 for Betfred to be the top scorer in the Premier League. So again, if you're having a look, he's more than likely going to start on the left-hand side for Arsenal in the majority of the games. If Van Persie was to leave, again, he's going to get even more playing time. So maybe have a look out for that. Again, Santi Carzola, a man who has come into the club just this week after finally signing a contract with Arsenal. Such an exciting player. Some of the Arsenal fans saying it's one of the best signings in a decade that Arsene Wenger has brought to the club. He's currently as big as 80 to 1 with BetVictor to be the top goal scorer. Again, they're not expecting him to score as many goals as their strikers, but at 80 to 1, you never know, might be worth a flutter or two. Another man who people are expecting to fill Van Persie's shoes should he decide to leave is Oliver Giroud. Again, a fantastic season he's had in France. He comes and he's currently 33 to 1 with William Hill to be the top Premier League scorer. Speaking of Giroud now, I'm actually going to tip him up to be the top goal scorer for Arsenal for the total number of goals for the season. He's currently 11 to 4, and I think if you get that bet on now, with Van Persie currently favoured for this market, but if Van Persie was to leave, Giroud his odds would quickly crash on that. So currently 11 to 4, I'd have my few quid on that one. So how many trophies are Arsenal going to win this season? Well, at the minute they're actually 7 to 2 to win a major trophy. Again, as was mentioned, they haven't won one since 2005, so they're currently 7 to 2 with Stan James to win a major trophy. And again, speaking of that, and not a bad price is 3 to 1 on for them with Coral Bookmakers for them not to win a major trophy. Again, we're mentioning the dominance of the Manchester clubs, so 3 to 1 on for Arsenal not to win a major trophy could be worth a bet. And just remember, folks, stay tuned to bettingpro.com. We've so many specials, so many cashbacks that all the bookmakers will be releasing throughout the next week as we start the build up to the Premier League season. So make sure you tune in to bettingpro.com for all the latest news and tips.